So I am sitting here. It is 8:30 on September 23rd. Wow, I said that very American. And yeah, recording another doc. The journey. I usually kind of have a think about what I'm going to say in these, but I just sat down and just said, no, I got to just rip it because I was putting it off. But yeah, we're back. We're back after the last video, which once again got huge support. So cheers for that. I guess people like to see you fail. But I think one thing that I've realized is in this egotistical online world where everything is just success, and winning, there is a place for people who are just raw and transparent. And it may lose them money in the short term, but in the long term, if they're playing the game correctly, they're going to outlast everybody else. And it was funny and surprising for me to have people reach out to me telling me about the things that went wrong in their business that I would have never known because everything seemed like sunshine and rainbows, and no hurt to them at all, no offense to them at all. I'm so grateful that they reached out, and I completely get it. Why you wouldn't want to share the downfalls and this and that, especially if it could be related to you sell certain things to different clients and that could affect their perception of you. I completely get it. But all I'm saying is this is for anyone who is earlier on in their journey and kind of like Joe a year ago or maybe like 2 years ago, where you just can't crack it. You just can't get over that kind of first hump that you're in, and you're just on this phone and you just see reel after reel after reel. Everybody's winning and nobody's losing, and they're doing everything you ever wanted to do. I'm telling you, they've either gone through a shit period, they're going through a shit period, and honestly, that's usually like 70% of it, if I'm honest with you. Is like 70% of it is, and I am working a lot more on reframing that. So it's not a shit period. It's not. I'm just trying to make it transparent so people can actually understand what I mean by a shit period. It's never a bad period. And you have to stop taking the negatives that happen and looking at them as negatives. And I'm not going to go on a side tangent yet. But essentially what I'm trying to say is everything isn't always sunshine and rainbows, but people don't show that, so keep that in mind. But as well as that is a lot of those people in what other people would consider a negative scenario, negative state, they don't view it as a negative state. And that's something I'm working on, is operating from a point of neutrality, where I don't get overhyped about the wins, but I don't get overhyped, you could say, also about the negatives. And I stay at a point of neutrality. So therefore, I don't put any energy into the negative scenarios that occur because I attach to them and I associate to them because everything is relative. And this is just new stuff that I'm learning now as I try and develop up here and strengthen up here. But that's one thing to just consider, is there's no negatives, zero at all. But outside of that, regardless, people want to know what's going on. So yeah, last video was great. It was good to kind of put that out there, be transparent, be honest. And yeah, I'm fucking rocking and rolling. Life's amazing. Spent the last 2 weeks, what did I do the last 2 weeks? I was in Italy for the most incredible event run by AST. Josh, Warren, David, Valentine, shout out to you. You ran the best event I have. It was nuts. It was nuts. The fact that there was 100 people from Ireland, Europe, everywhere in the world that came out to Italy, spending their good money, which it wasn't cheap. I'm not saying the event wasn't cheap. The guys did their best for everybody. But you go to Italy, you rent tuxedos, you buy food, buy plane tickets. That costs money to be at that event. And that shows the community and organization they've built. So congrats on that front. But outside of that, I've been building this new offer. I've spent the last 90 minutes recording pre-call sales videos. I spent last week in a studio recording new ads. And it's been pushed out, our launch of our ads, which hasn't fazed me. All the money is already coming to me. It's been a bit delayed from original expectations, but all the money that's out there is going to come to me eventually anyway, so nothing to worry about. I do my part. But we're launching, and we're launching this week. We're launching cold email this week. We're launching ads this week for the new offer, for the new consulting offer, and it's going to become very real, which is awesome. And I'm so excited because I'm so confident in this product and what we're doing and what we're putting to market, and taking all the mistakes and the issues taking all the learnings and the items that I wasn't satisfied with the last thing we were putting out, and flipping that on its head and providing a solution to a market that will see more value to it. And I can explain more in time. I'm trying to build out what my content strategy is going to look like. because I've never been one to do that because I haven't seen the value in it. But I've started to really realize after having conversations with certain people that there isn't that many specifically Irish online entrepreneurs who are putting their messaging out there. And whether I see it with us, unfortunately, like, because everything we do revolves around money. We run businesses to make money. There's a bigger picture to that, and we need to find that bigger picture. And I know that me recording these videos and going further into content and being more consistent with it and further developing it is going to not only have a good impact for me in 5-10 years time, because this creator economy and content economy is absolutely massive, but I want to be in, I've seen this open up opportunities for me, and I've seen friends of mine get some incredible opportunities and connections just by getting on camera. So I'm trying to figure out where my sweet spot is. I think I'm very good at just sitting down and ripping off the dome like I'm doing now and just like talking, just keep talking and keep talking. A bullshitter, you could say, I don't know. So it's like trying to take that and bring that to something that works for me, and I'm figuring it out. But if I just stay consistent with the videos, I'll be happy for now. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. We're launching ads and email this week for the new offer. My sales calendar is going to get filled. I'm going to have to start building out a sales team then again and everything. Yeah. But I am so excited. So excited. Things with the last business are calming down. Clients are being fulfilled on, contracts being fulfilled, and we're moving fully on to the new ventures and opportunities. And it's going to be a rocket ship end to the year. And I can't wait. So hyped, so excited. Outside of that, things that I've been kind of working on and building on is up here, as I said, and just changing how I just view everything in everyday life. Life is always amazing. And once I've started to do this and hung around people in my circle that breathe and live this stuff, it's starting to become second nature for me, which is awesome. And I'm starting to learn so much more. And just changing up my schedule and how I operate, not touching a laptop until 12 p.m. midday. And just having my mornings to myself to be able to think, to be able to operate at a higher level of frequency, to be able to be present in everyday life. And then as I go throughout the day and as I attack the day, any problems that come at me, they're not problems. And I see the better side to them. I'm able to identify opportunities that I previously wasn't able to identify because I'm at a high frequency state and I'm not in a negative low energy environment. And this has been working excellent for me for the last 2-3 weeks. It truly has. And actually understanding the science and the physics behind it makes sense. And it seems woo-woo, and I was always the guy who thought these things were woo-woo, but as I learn more, I'll share more. I'm not going to go too deep now, but yeah, it's changing my life. I can say that for sure. But overall, things are amazing. Things are great. We are rocking, we are rolling. And yeah, I'm so excited to bring this new product to market, to get moving again, to get adding value to companies again. We already have clients that are coming on board from referrals and everything, which is awesome. And yeah, it's an exciting time. It truly is. We going to be in Marbella for the next month minimum. We will leave for in literally actually 4 weeks. We'll leave for Paris to do Paris High Rocks, which is sick. Going to go to Dubai in November, mid-November, and then pretty quickly the Christmas time rolls around. It's going to be a fast end to the year, and I can't wait. It's so exciting. But yeah, we're doing what we're doing. We're laughing, we're living, we're loving, and we keep plowing, we keep trucking on. And for anyone that keeps watching these videos, keep watching. Thank you. Subscribe, comment, whatever it is. Thanks for all the support in the last video, but we rock and roll. And can't wait to looking back on these in a few years as 22-year-old Joe looks back, or 25-year-old Joe, 30-year-old Joe looks back and says, damn, we came a long way. We've already came such a long way. We have so much further to go. Proud but never satisfied. Ciao.